Hi guys and girls, welcome to my very first video tutorial in Soliworks. What I'd like to do to start with is show you guys how to put a picture into Soliworks so that you can then trace it and create a 3D product. One of the most popular and favourite ideas is a car. So particularly in Year 9 when we do cars and dragsters. So let's start with, the first thing to do is get on the internet and try and find a really nice, clear, crisp, side-on view of whatever model car that you like. And save that picture, preferably as a JPEG or a bitmap. And remember where you saved it. Hopefully you've created a CAD folder and you can save it under there. So here we are in Soliworks. The first thing we want to do is create a new sketch or a new part. So we go up to the new document here and click on part and click OK, and we need to create a sketch. So we'll select the sketch tab up here and select the sketch button, and for the ease, as I always suggest, we'll choose front plane, and here is our origin. Fantastic, excellent. The next thing we need to do is insert this picture. So here we go. Up the top here you'll have a series of commands: file, edit, view, insert tools, simulation window, help. And what we want to do is select the tools option. Halfway down you'll see a sketch tools option. When we hover our mouse over that, we get another pop-up happen, and hopefully we can see this on this screen. What we're after is sketch picture. Okay, it's third from the bottom there. Single left click, and now what you want to do is you want to go through and find your picture. So here's the Mustang that I've chosen. Now I'm going to use the scroll button to minimize that picture and enlarge it to bring it into frame. However, some people get the idea that they need to click on that picture and drag it. You can do that, but what it does is it actually relocates the picture into an area which can be difficult for you to follow if you want to insert it later to do more features. So if you have accidentally dragged it and moved it, the way you can fix it is, what we're looking at is the bottom left hand corner here. We want to click and drag that so that we're on the origin. But if you notice on the left hand side here in the properties panel, we've got the x-axis origin not quite 0 and the y-axis origin not quite 0. So simply just highlight that, type in 0 millimeters, because it's defaulted to millimeters, you just have to put in 0. And same with the y-axis, 0, enter on your keyboard, and you'll notice that that picture is back to the origin. Okay, the idea is try and keep the picture on that 0 origin and keep it the same size as it was when you imported it. That way, like I said, when you want to create other features, it's going to be easy for you to simply drop that picture straight over your current 3D object. The other thing I like to do is get rid of this enable scale tool. Doesn't really do anything amazing, but I do like to get rid of it. So back over here on the property side, you'll see enable scale tool is ticked. We just untick that, it disappears. And lastly, when we're going to trace this image, it can get a little bit confusing because it's a dark image. So what we want to do is back over on the left hand side here, halfway down is the transparency box, and what we want to do is select full image, and you can click and drag that little scroll tool over, or you can just simply type in. I think you'll find there is no exact measure, but I like to use 0.7, so I type in 0.7 and press enter on my keyboard, and you'll notice the picture turns faint. Green tick that, and we are ready to go with tracing. Now when you're looking at a vehicle like this, there's a couple of quick tips that I like to show people. We've got firstly a nice straight line underneath the body of the car. So use the straight line tool here. Click, sketch a straight line. Now you'll notice that that line is still attached to your mouse. I like to press the escape button on the keyboard and that becomes detached. The other good tool to use when tracing things like this is up the top here, the spline tool. Alright, this spline tool is really handy. It does several things. Once you get used to it, you'll love it. So I select the spline tool, and I want to go to the orange dot at the end of the blue line. We want to try and always attach to the orange dot because we need to have a fully enclosed sketch to be able to extrude it later. So we're going to go to that orange dot. I'm just going to draw a little short line. Don't be afraid to zoom in, and you'll notice that there are handlebars on this line once I've double clicked to disengage it from the mouse. This little arrow makes the line go just straight up and down. This little arrow here extends, and the dot does both. Okay, I usually pretty much always use the dot. So that's it there. Next thing, here we go, orange dot again, so we get a nice enclosed feature. To do the wheel arches, all you need is a simple feature like that. Okay, 1, 2, 3 clicks, and then get the dot at the end and drag that dot out. And you can see I can come backwards and forwards until I get that wheel arch where I want it to be. Okay, so those two tricks. Same again up the top. I'll go to the end of the bonnet here, draw a single straight line to the base of the windscreen, double click. Now if for some reason when you double click the spline tool does not detach from your mouse, you can press the escape button on your keyboard and it will detach from your mouse, and then you can go into shaping. Okay, I won't do the whole vehicle. Here is one that I have actually prepared for you earlier. Alright, so there's the shape of the Mustang. Okay, from here we're going to create a 3D object. You'll notice there's been no windows drawn, no door handles, no trims, no wheels. It is just simply the straightforward outline of the vehicle. So we just want to go now to features and extrude. And a lot of people ask, how far do you extrude it? Well, it depends on the scale that you've sketched your vehicle. So by grabbing this, moving my cursor over the grey arrow there, I can now extrude that car to whatever thickness I want. Now obviously you don't want a skinny car, that looks silly. You don't want a big wide car, that looks silly too. So you want to just bring it in what you feel is a nice visual size. Okay, green tick, and there's the start of your vehicle. Okay, don't forget straight away under your CAD folder, file, save as. I've already saved this as Mustang. I get a prompt whether I want to replace it, meaning I want to update it. I'm going to say yes. And that is the first part of our inserting picture and tracing a sketch. Okay, stay tuned for more details. Thanks guys.